on 17 HP. It's a 3-on-3 retake with only one kit, so it's not done and dusted just yet for NaVi as they look to rotate back. Thankfully, Guardian has slowed up, but seized. Trying to pick from the windows, taking a bit of damage. And Dupree, there it is. He takes down Flamey, and he's free to peek elsewhere. Doesn't know there's a second player in the flank, though, but no one pursuing inside of the site. We can pick his battles right now, and as a result, Guardian goes down. The strategy looked great from NaVi with the start and the aggressive play, but a good call from Astralis back to the beast at UMP, so he's going to get lots of information based on sound. Good play from Device, finds Simple down below. Sees gets away with one before KRB does re-peek. That puts Glaive in this position, but unfortunately 4 versus 2 as they walk in. It's still the good Astralis, and yeah, found one of the 2 players in that position. So again, they try and stack up NaVi, but rotation around from the lower position at Tunnels gets caught. That's a lovely shot. He does get 2. That'll cost some.
Just default pistols, no grenades, and they're trying to get this round over as quickly as possible. The objective for Astralis, allow these SMG players on the screen right now to farm up as much cash as they possibly can. Every kill of these weapons worth $600, so you want to be sending them in first. Dupree doesn't even want to use that. He'll use the Glock instead and finds 2 there, and it should be a very simple procedure. You want to keep 5 players alive, of course. Sees and Edward remain.
Yeah, you watch the rotation of the pistol, though. Sees hits 1, can't find the second headshot immediately after.
A straight up rush if he wanted to, and you can see the CT's in working a little bit harder for his first frag. It's going to go against him, though. Simple caught a no man's land there. He goes down to the hands of that SMG, but Edward does return the frag. 4 and 4 still favors a terrorist at this point. The problem for the CTs now is look at their utility. They have 2 smokes remaining, no incendiaries, and no kits. Guardian of glass cannon as well. He needs to step up with his AWP, and just as I say that, he finds a kill towards Glaive.
Guardian backs off as well, so that's what they need. He's probably the best at finding opening picks of all offers still, in my opinion. He knows how to get aggressive and then fall back, but no one covering off toward the sandbags position as Guardian was in transition. It's a massive gap because they get an entry kill. Nice response. Spot the foot top right of the scope, excuse me. Still finds another one onto KRB. And the apex of the jump, Zippix tries to rotate back around, and there you go. No op to go against Guardian. Not only does he find the first ready. You saw it, and then a highlight clip that he's played that position to success that time. Glaive, perfect headshot on entry, follows that up with Zippix taking down C's as they smoke off one side of the jungle. It's only a small gap by which they can peek. Jump through, nice reaction by Simple, but gets aggressive to go for the AK, and it leaves Edward alone to try and flank from the rotation, and he's going to go construction side. Now, Device may go down at this because he's not going to be ready now. That gives it up. Shoulder shown, they all know he's there. Attention drawn, Molotov to buy the AWP more space, and as a result, Edward's gone.
It was a big round, you pointed it out. NaVi had to really work hard to win that first gun round, but losing this one means pretty much no money into the next one. Thank you for bringing up the scoreboard. You can see that's illustrated perfectly right now. They don't even have $1,400 going into that next round. Guardian with some residual cash, he's got 2K. The problem is he's the AWP player. 1,400 on top of that. It's enough to buy an M4 to go with Edward, but I wouldn't say it's worth any sort of force around this. Just try and save this M4, make some damage to the economy, but that might not happen. Edward's taking a lot of damage there. KRB finds him, so that storyline is done and dusted. It will be 3. Now we need to pick this one up. Unless someone goes godlike, or they start killing each other. That helps as well.
That's one way. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do. Yeah. Device takes down his teammate after Guardian tagged him up through the edge of the wall into Monster. Guardian back on the pistol is going to try and take that to his advantage and get one more kill out of this because I call it a 2 for him. If that's the way it goes. Dupree, though, he's going to take Guardian out of the equation. So KRB sits on the sidelines, punished by his team, and then Device makes up for it by catching off Simple to follow it up. It's just Edward and seized, and fate of greater. Seized in an interesting position, but I think they heard the tick from the Molotov, and Device sprays him down with the Tech 9.
Interesting. Always hit that shot. I didn't catch it,
it's
but
ridiculous.
He gets everything. I don't know. That's why I've always said in these casts, why do people make that jump? I think it might have been a boost considering it was a B stack, but still, he nails that shot every single time.
Well, either way, it's still pretty sick as he starts it off. And I was going to say, they cleared out lower hallways, and they can start to work either side of the map. If we look in the top left corner, our simplified radar, we've got Device inside of A as well. So this is going to clear out a lot of information and back Astralis go. There's no need walking into 3 players. He can get a forward stance on this rotation as well.
Be careful though. Yes, it's great information, but you can see that the AWP on his back, if that goes down and they don't recover it, that could be a problem. He gets in a great position, he should be fine. But now it starts to get a little bit interesting. We have got an AK picked up there. I say an AK, C's just a Mac 10, so that's not a huge deal. KRB is showing his hand towards B. At this point, it's not even worth the TD saving the Mac 10. They'll try and do something with it. We'll see what happens. We go into a little bit of an interesting situation. 4 versus 3.
Device has pulled up the AWP though, and he's in the position, the best position to watch all rotations. See He's getting ever closer, just has to hit the shot, keep the AWP up. The rest have left the bomb site and actually are quite a far away, so you have to hit that shot unseized with reasonable grace. There's no kid who's planning for the bathroom, so I doubt he would be gone that far, but Glaive is hunting for the rest, and they get the MAC 10 back. That's some significance that it doesn't pick up any additional frag money for the NaVi side as they're going to try and build up their economy to get back into this game. Good read as well. Astralis with device on the op. Ooh, gets flashed. Worst possible time. Dinked as well. They know he's there. He's gone. AWP down. Guardian finds Kirby. Again, that AWP in his hands finding early kills. And for the second time in 3 gun rounds, remember there's only been 2 thus far. It's NaVi looking sharp as they try and find an equalizer. Astralis will get Xyp9x to get Flamey, but Simple's immediately after him, and Bomb is dropped out toward long. Dupree doing battle where he can, has to reload, get around the corner before Guardian elects to chase him down, but smarter than that, he stays disciplined. Good shot. If he had picked up both kills, that on which Guardian needed 42 HP, this could be an open situation as he smokes off toward Bomb and gets back.
It's certainly possible now. It's going to be the 3 versus 2. Nice position from Caesar. Good reaction. He knew he was up against it. Had to lock down one side of the map for his teammates. He pushes off towards shore, and that pretty much secures it. Taking down Xyp9x there, 3 versus 1. Yes, Dupree has the bomb, and now time is working against him. He's got 25 seconds, no grenades, has to hit some incredible headshots there. It's up to NaVi to give this one away. Have a crossfire. Edward doesn't even need to commit to this. Spot him, deny the plan, and just make sure there's a lot of pressure applied to Dupree. Don't give him too many opportunities there.
Dupree, here's the shot rattling from the bathrooms. He wants to just try and get a plant down at that point in time so they can build up their economy.
Swift job of it as well as Dupree leads the charge as we Flamey though aggressive towards long. That's perfectly done. He gets the first kill and he wants a little bit more here. I'd say fall back at that stage. Goes down to 22 HP and gets punished. I think as soon as you get 1 kill to each side, get out of there, especially if you're by yourself. Sure, multiple frags are always great, but as soon as they equalize a situation like this, now it's actually the advantage towards Astralis.
Dupree behind the bags has at least got somewhat closer onto the B site, can get a lot of information, but look at this push up from Simple. Shot, he's got to capitalize, and he hits Glaive as well. This could actually work out from really awkward to really good because the missed shot on device, Kirby, Glaive could have been there to punish him without any kills. It would have been a problem, but he gets 2. Does go down. The nade from the grave to get device, who he did massive damage onto to start it off by catching him in turn with the nade out. Enough to sway this round. Oh, yes, it certainly is, because look at behind the barrel. Seized is there. He'll catch Dupree, who was waiting for a false information to walk into B.
There it is. Another aggressive round there from NaVi. Kicks off from Flamey, pushing them on tunnel. Beautifully done. Like I said, maybe overstayed his welcome a little bit there. Comes down to this 3 versus 1. It's Kiabi, though, one of the stars of the major, which Astralis has recently picked up. He's got the bomb, makes his way towards the B side. Takes Molotov as well. He gets one of these kills possible, but Edward takes him down. Another clean round there from NaVi. Number 10, Guardian back on the orb, of course, and also NaVi into the swing of things now. They should be able to pick up this round on paper right now, considering Davis at the pistol.
Simple waiting for a chance of rotation from the lower tunnel. Seized is going to be there as well. They're going to have to converge perfectly onto Dupree. Find it, but there's device to find the answer. Where does Edward find his kill? Because he's got 2 in the round now as Xyp9x will go down. And just like that, it's, oh, Kirby gone. I was going to say a 4 versus 2. It's a 4 versus nothing because they're committing completely opening shot with the pistol, does it all himself despite Dupree's best efforts on a deagle, and we know he's a threat on the weapon. Closer still to Flamey. Makes his way toward jump, catching off 1 on the M4, and Edward arrives in the window. Good time to save his teammate. He'll find his 3rd in the round, and I believe 5th in the last 2 rounds combined, so he takes the lead at 10 kills. Just to give you an idea, it's Dupree overall at 11, but it's only Glaive remaining in this particular round. Edward finds the next to tie that up. As Flamey gets damage in, Edward's just behind him. There's a chance he can get that last 6 HP off of him as the flash looks to go over and Glaive to do as much possible damage as he can. It's not even over. It's popped in and bullet's not going to land. Yeah, it's done either way. Watch behind him. He's got a flank. Simple's arriving.
Could do something here. Unfortunately not. Simple. Just ready for that one. He will be picking up round number 5 for NaVi. So it was a rough start for them, but they've certainly got back into it now, and the money's still not a decent situation. No awkward device available, I believe. Get a few more rounds on the board at this point. Guardian, his money actually starting to get to a real decent place. He's actually at $11,000, so lots of orbs in the bank ready for him. Aggressive once again towards Connector. He's going to have some opposition. Nails the shot, but can't find the kill.
Flag instead for First damage done onto Edwards reasonable at 19, but the AK can't prevail, and as such, they go down a man. He's tagged on to 60, though, so there's a bit of a chance here that Astralis can find the right positioning at the right time. Pick up the kills required, but they've gone far back on the map with very little control to try and regroup in this situation. Minute and 24 to play with, but a full relocation of a dynamic defense, and that seems to be what NaVi are looking for throughout the course of this match. Guardian's position seemed like the world's slowest reactions, but then it was dead on as Device gets taken down.
This is great from NaVi right now, changing their positions and their mentality almost every single round. Astralis having a real rough time working out what's being presented to them each time. Another 5-on-3. I would say at this point, Simple may be a little bit overextended, but at this point, it doesn't even matter. Kiabi's not even going to check it. Down he goes. It works out perfectly for him. He finds his second frag as well. Lovely stuff from Simple there. The point I'm trying to make there, obviously, when you have those first two frags, he doesn't need to be in that sort of position, but it's done to perfection at that point. The bomb goes down, and now it's just poor old Zipex in a 5 versus 1. So NaVi really have turned things up in the last few rounds. 5 in a row now.
Shot. Zipex, but he leaves himself very open and exposed at the top of the doorway. Exposing himself near bathrooms. Energy, you know all about that. Simple gets him. 6-6. NaVi, a decent response on the CT side.
Did you have any NaVi players in your fantasy team this week?
No, but Sadokist Sexy Samurais is by far the best. Damn it. I take it back. I'm not sure I'll win.
Well,
I did
again,
pick Speedy and some guy named Noah, who I don't even know who it is. Simple's going to take down Device.
It's another eco. Well, it's a partial buy, I guess, at this point from Astralis. They've got some money in the bank. Maximum stage loss bonus should be a simple procedure for the CT. First 3 frags now coming in for NaVi. And it's going to be Zipex and Kiabi up against him now. There has been some damage inflicted, but that's about it. No real reason for Simple to keep committing, but as I always say that, he seems to be the sort of player that always goes against the rulebook and manages to find kills when he shouldn't. So it could be Zipex trying to get the bomb down here, but unfortunately for him, that's on the other side of the map. Takes a kill down with him. 4-on-1, I should say, but Zipex trying to do a little bit more damage there, but Flamey finishing things off. For the
do lists, because that's covered off, but they don't have Edward. They cleared it. It's a long position. They didn't even consider it as he gets aggressive, and here's them coming. Guardian will take down Device. Kierby gets back to Edward, but Kierby is so low. The pistol through the smoke should be enough, because he shows himself just before the flash, and certainly is nice shot by Simple as well. And it's all onto Dupree, tagged as well on 46 and a 1 versus 3 bomb in bathrooms. He wins the battle right now, the duel against Guardian. He's got a chance to grab that bomb, but the rotations are going to be behind him any second, and Guardian doesn't need help. How dare I suggest he may?
Ever since that double orb setup to really arrive, it hasn't really sunk true to what we were kind of expecting. When it first was announced, you thought this could be the deadliest double orb setup in the world. Hasn't really delivered, but so far, Guardian stepping up. He finds another kill there on towards Glaive, and this has been the story throughout this first half. Now they get the first couple of kills. They've done it once again, and there's no response from Astralis.
To get shots through smoke is going to give himself away with tracers and allow Flamey instead to find the damage. Covers him off as Zipex will go for the bomb. It's down inside a construction position, but he's going to grab that anyway and put himself into the cubby. Hold for information. A little bounce nade. Didn't do much damage from above, but enough perhaps to be significant as they want to try and clear out the sandbags. Oh, top drop. That's clever. That's a nice boost. Doesn't even need to take the shot. Would have been quite sexy if he did, but instead they'll catch the rotation back toward the A site as Guardian with the AWP. Wants to try and get information knowing they're coming that direction, so jumps up, spots Device. Down he goes. I will say that much to the discussion had before our fantasy teams, I did drop Zipex to go for Device. Thanks, Chad.
I didn't go anywhere near this game because I knew you can't really tell. There's 2 Titans like this, it's going to be so close, and you never really know who's going to perform. That's why tomorrow I'll do my little fantasy section. I'll kind of tell you how my spreadsheets work. I know I've got a spreadsheet, you were impressed by it earlier.